Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com. Let me put that little, there we go. I'm going to try to use my technology today. I had some trouble with it yesterday and I was doing a broadcast in another group and it was failing on me and I was very frustrated, but today it works. Yay! Anyways, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the US in Andover, Minnesota, and I'm here to bring you another live paper crafting class. It is Wednesday, October 16th, as I'm broadcasting live, 11 a.m. Central Time. I'm going to load comments here and see if anyone's joining me. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I have another really cool fun fold to share with you. Hi, Irene. You know, the beauty of fun folds is that they make for very interesting cards. Everyone loves them because they're interactive and stuff like that. Hi Amy, hi Vicky, hi Robin. And so they appeal to everybody. And along with a fun fold, you can always throw in techniques and stuff like that. But I adore this card. I got the idea from my upline who had this card for an event that we did, and she got the idea from Lisa Curcio, so both of those are fellow demonstrators, and the creativity that we share between fellow demonstrators is just amazing. So I'm bringing to you a corner pop-up gift card holder today. Now I want to mention that if you are commenting like a lot of you are, hi Kathy, hi Deb, hi Kay, Kay with the kitty that looks like mine, yay! If you are commenting either while we're live or even after, before I do the next broadcast, you are getting entered into prize drawings. And I'm expanding the prize drawings to 3 prizes for this broadcast, last broadcast, and future ones, because I figured out how to use my little comment picker with YouTube. So we're also going to be able to draw a winner from the YouTube video, or when I take and bring this to YouTube, the recording that gets carried over there. So last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, because I missed last week, 2 weeks ago we have a video. It was for the snowman card with the twist. And so anybody that commented from the time that I put that on YouTube till today will get entered into the prize drawing, and we'll pick a winner from there. So very exciting. Hi Maureen. Hi Irene. Okay, so yes, you just need a comment. That's how you get entered. That's how this little program works on the computer. Your comment can be also that you just shared this video. I love it when you share. So if you're sharing while we're broadcasting live, or you share it afterwards and you mention that you shared, you get entered. So please do that. I love sharing my projects with as many people as possible, and by you sharing them as well, it helps me to be able to do that. So, all right, I'm going to take these little pieces off of there. There we go. Anyways, corner pop-up gift card holder. It is really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the supplies that you're going to need for this card, and then I'm going to show you the one that Susan had us do at our event last month, the one that she designed. Actually, she didn't have us do that one. We did one that was similar, but this one was like a little gift, a bonus gift, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty because it's made with the feels like frost paper, so you're going to love it. All right, let's go to my desktop, my little computer here. There we go. All right, these are the supplies. Take a screenshot. You can see the measurements are here. This is for one that I'm going to demonstrate for you. I didn't give you the supplies and the measurements for the one that Susan created, but I am giving you the supplies and measurements for the one that we're going to do with the See a Silhouette designer paper. So go ahead again, take a screenshot. You can see that these are the measurements of the cardstock on this side, and over here we have all the other supplies that I used. I'm gonna go right to the desktop now. How's that sound? There. All right, this is the card, you guys. This is the card that Susan created. It's beautiful. It's a little 4x4 card, which actually does fit into, of course, our medium-sized envelopes. It's got a little space in there, but if you mail it in a square envelope, it actually costs more postage than mailing, at least in the US, than mailing in a rectangular envelope. So just, put it inside one of the medium envelopes. And I do want to say too, because it's a pretty thick card, you're going to have to add a little extra postage anyways, unless you make it super flat. But it also helps to, if it is thick and you're just handing it to someone, it helps to have a smaller size, like the 4 by 4. Okay, so here it is, and it opens like this. Ta-da! And there's the little gift card, or yeah, the gift card in a pocket that's right down here. So thank you again to Lisa Curcio, who shared this idea, and then my friend Susan grabbed it, and you know, it's so awesome how we just share. Yay! All right, so that card is the one that I'm going to kind of model my other idea after. So we're going to grab our See a Silhouette designer paper. First, I want to share that with you. Give me anything purple. I love it, Melissa. Good to see your name. I don't know if I saw you pop up last time. Anyways, glad that you're here. So these are papers from one side of the See a Silhouette designer series paper. You can see I don't have full 12 by 12 sheets of all of them anymore. Sorry about that. And then here we have the other side. Whoops, hang on. So, oh, I should have probably done it this way. So there's one side that's got kind of a watercolory wash to it, and then there's the other side that has the designs, more design kind of look to it, if that makes sense. So, lots of pretty papers. They're gorgeous. Okay, then the stamp set that we're going to be using is called Wonderful Moments, and you can see here that there's lots of great phrases, sentiments in this stamp set. There's a few images, wonderful moment images, right? A wedding, a baby. So, all right, let's grab that new trimmer. So excited that this is coming our way soon, you guys. You're gonna love it. I don't have any further news than what I shared with you last week, but just know that it's an awesome trimmer. I'm loving it. Okay, we're gonna start. Actually, I do need that arm out. We're gonna start by cutting our paper down to 8 by 8. Okay, so we're gonna lift up the arm, bring it into the trimmer, position our paper at 8 inches, and I'm gonna zoom in a tad so you can see a little bit better. Remember, again, if you are commenting in any way, whether you share and then you say that you shared this video, or you just comment to say hello so I can see your name. And I love it. I can see people's names that come time after time, and it just makes me feel like, I don't know, it feels good. You guys are my friends. And then the new people that are coming in each time. It's so fun to always meet new paper crafters. So tell me where you're from. Tell me how long you've crafted. All right, so we've got an 8 by 8 piece. I cut it in both directions at 8 inches. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna score. So I've got halfway through 4 inches. Here's the measurement here, 4 inches. And we're gonna score in half this way, and then we're gonna score in half this way. So both directions. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull it out, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to score in a diagonal direction just once. And you can line up the point of your cardstock in this little groove here at the top and at the bottom, which you can't see in the camera. Sorry about that. Zoom out. And then we're just going to take that scoring, but I got to get it positioned again. Hang on. I moved my paper. Okay. Holding it still, holding the arm down, and score it. And you want to have pretty exact measurements when you are doing these score lines. Pretty exact cutting, pretty exact measurements, okay? All right, so we have the base of our card ready to go. And we're going to now fold our paper. When you have what I call a valley fold and you have the score line go into the paper, that's the valley side. That is the part that you want on the outside of a crease. It's the way the paper fibers get kind of broken when you do a score line. So that's the way we wanted to fold that side. And then if you remember, we flipped it over to do the other scores, right? So here are the valley folds going in those directions. We're gonna fold this way, and we're gonna fold this way. But let's grab our bone folder, and we're gonna crease it. Hey, Tenna. Thank you. Tenna is from Ohio. Burgoon, Ohio. Fun. I love to see the cities that you're from. This is so much fun. Hey, Jeannie from Maine. Okay, so we creased, and now we're going to go this way, and we're going to do our reinforced crease with our bone folder on the diagonal. Okay, now if any of you do origami out there, you know that this is a pretty common fold for a base of lots of different origami types of folds, right? So I don't know what this is called. I want to say balloon fold, but I don't know. But you have your base, and we're going to use this base for our card. I've done pop-up explosion cards with you before. This one is going to not completely pop up all the way. We're going to actually keep a pocket down, okay? So you see how it works? So one of the pockets, whether it's this side or this side, or this side, it stays down and it forms a pocket. We're gonna make this one here, the bottom one, stay down. And actually, I'm gonna put it in a different direction, but that's how it was in. Is it this card here? This card here. That's the fold that was down. Was this bottom pocket right there? Okay. We're gonna do it slightly different though. All right, so let's start decorating because it's easier to decorate your card if you have your pieces flat. We'll just say flat, okay? I'm gonna put something on top of this to kind of keep it out of the way. All right, we're gonna bring in our other pieces. This is our vellum. This is 3.5 by 3.5, and this one is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Those are just layers, but they make for a fun look. And then we've got a piece of designer series paper, the Sia Silhouette paper. This is the 3 by 3 piece, and that's going to go on top of this. And this is a 3.5 by 3.5, and you'd think it would go here, which it could, but we're actually going to cut this diagonally, and we can save the other half for another card. So let's trim that real quick. So you want to start with 3.5 by 3.5 for this. I think I'm going to cut it this way instead. Okay, and when you're going to cut diagonally, scoring, it doesn't make as big of a difference, but when you're cutting diagonally, you actually want to start your blade somewhat in the middle or inside the cardstock, because if you're pushing up against this corner, it's pretty fragile and it can kind of just bunch it up and mash it. So you see how I started in the middle, I pressed down and I sliced away, and then you can come back in and you can slice all the way up. Okay. All right, so that piece is ready. And then we have to prepare some cut pieces. So I've already started cutting some flowers and leaves, and I want to show you this paper. It's so easy to cut on. Let's zoom in so you can see a little bit closer. It already has a nice thick white outline all over it, like a, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch or so. Those of you that watch my videos know that I'm not a fan of my glasses. I do like that I have lots of fun colors though. I have a brown, I have this blue, I have a purple and a green from my friend Vicky, and I have one more. I'm trying to remember what one I have. Maybe I just have 4. But that's the fun of having reading glasses, is they're affordable, so you can buy a bunch of them to match your outfits. Okay, so you can see I cut a flower that's not perfect, and that's okay. I did that on purpose because you want to be able to make the most of your designer paper, and so you can use pieces that aren't completely intact, if you know what I mean. And I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to trim around here. I'm leaving a good generous portion of white as I trim around, and it's okay if I'm trimming off the stem because that part of the flower is actually going to be tucked away. So we've got 2 flowers cut out, and then we'll cut out, actually I think we're done. I cut out leaves ahead of time, so you can see I have a part of a leaf, another leaf, and a fat one. So whatever you need, you can cut out a ton of these and then make your cards as you go. All right, so let's take this piece and we're going to stamp, and that's going to come on top of this one right here. So we need to grab our stamps now, and we have 2 images from Wonderful Moments. We're going to make a birthday card, okay? So good morning, Dawn. We're going to make a birthday card celebrating a special day with a special wish for a very special person, and then the words happy birthday. So we'll open up our ink pad. These are, for those of you that are newer to stamping, they just lift up like a compact is what they've told us to compare it to. Or you can even push at the top. You know, you just put some pressure here and it'll loosen it so it opens up. And when you get new pads or you have ones that you don't use very often, I do not use Pacific Point very often, but if I were to go back and forth and use this a ton, this would be a lot easier to move back and forth in here. And there's another trick. It's the chapstick trick, where you just rub a little actually you rub it right here, and it just waxes it a little bit so it's easier. I do not have my chapsticks sitting in my craft room. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna grab a scrap here. It's non-toxic. Any of you ever do that? Get ink on your fingers? Okay, yeah. I was playing with my ink pad. Make sure it is not gonna rub off on anything. Okay, Rachel, there you go. That's what happens in live videos. We're gonna ink up our stamp. And with these kind of ink pads, I do wanna mention that they are firm foam ink pads. So because they're foamy, a lot of new stampers, they might be used to using other brands, or maybe they've stamped before in the past and they were like that felt kind of pad, and they just bang the stamp down. And you don't want to do that, especially with a photopolymer like a clear stamp, because it's very close to the block and you're going to get that ink or that block full of ink. So just lightly tap, and you can tell with a clear stamp if it's inked up because the whole thing is ready to go. It's all colored on there. So we're going to center this and stamp it down just by pressing firmly again. And we're going to move that out of the way. We're going to grab the other stamp. This piece is, what is it, 3/4 by 3 3/4. The reason why in my measurements, because you may have caught this, in my measurements I mentioned that this piece could be 7/8 instead of 3/4 inches tall. That's because on my other sample that I'm going to share with a little bit wider sentiment on the front, that one I had to make slightly bigger. All right, so we're inking this up by just, again, tapping it. Oh, you can't see. By just tapping it down. And this is our 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 piece. Just press it over the top, press firmly, get your fingernail under there, and we're good. We're good to go. So we have those done. I keep sticking my fingers in the ink, you guys. All right. All right, so now we've got all our pieces. We're gonna go ahead and assemble. I'm gonna bring in some thread. This is our silver metallic thread. And thank you for the empathy. I see a lot of comments about, you know, inked fingers. Thank you. And these are our rhinestones. So we're gonna be using rhinestones and the silver thread for embellishing. And the silver thread we actually have to use as we put everything together. The rhinestones can be added at the end. So this, let's start with the sentiments. Let's start with the little phrases here. We're gonna take this piece and we're gonna put some snail adhesive. This is our wonderful, it's like a dry tape runner type of adhesive. And actually we're just gonna put it right across the top and the bottom of the middle section. So I just stuck it, can you see that? Stuck it there because that's where our thread is going to loop. So we're just using that for our thread. What I do with my thread is I make a little cut into the top so that I have, and a lot of sewers I'm sure do this too, or they're probably already set up because that's the way thread is, right? But then you just go like that and you can hook your thread in there and it'll stay in place. Okay, so we're going to pull this out. Grab the length of it, and I just keep it nice and long, and I start by sticking it to the back. You can see I've stuck it to the back. Maybe you can't see. I don't know. I can't see. Hang on. So I've stuck it to the back there. Oh good, you can see. And then you're just going to take and make a loop by sticking it down again. You can see there's a little loop there. And then because it's naturally going to the bottom, we're just going to do another loop on the bottom. Okay, so you can see we are just going back and forth and back and forth. Some people, for quickness, like to go ahead and just take and mash a bunch of the thread in their hands or twist it around and then do you know, just kind of stick it on there all at once in one big glob. I have a hard time doing that. Does that surprise any of you? I'm a neat freak about my fingers getting inky, and yeah, I have to have everything nice and neat. So there we go. That's one way of doing it. You can control where the thread goes. And then let's do it with this one too. This one we're gonna kind of put the adhesive along all the sides. We'll grab that thread again, find the end. There we go. And just start looping. Just so it's kind of popping out, peeking out, giving a little hint of silver throughout your card. See, now I have a little kink here in my thread, and instead of fighting it, I'm just gonna hide it behind. I don't want it there. I don't want to deal with it. So it's very lightweight, and so you can do that. Have a few coming out the side. One more. We'll do a little loop here, if we can. Okay. Come on and stick. All right, there we go. And it just gives a little touch of festivity to your card when you do that kind of thing. So it's not a necessary thing, but I like it. It's a very inexpensive embellishment, and it's fun. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take dimensionals, and we want to put them on top of the areas where our thread is, especially where the thread is looping. Does that make sense? So, okay, now I have to say I feel like Nancy. Does anyone know Nancy Forsberg from Stampin' Bay? She is the dimensional queen. There we go. So I've got a bunch of dimensionals on there. I'm going to do the same thing with this. Nancy, this is where I would put way more dimensionals than I normally put. I'd be more like you this way. If you're on live with me, say hello. I think she might be. She has been in the past. So, okay. So there we go. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble. I'm going to take off all the backings. We'll start with this front one. And you'll notice that I don't have the dimensionals right to the edge. That's because we're going to be tucking some pieces under. So let's grab our big vellum, and I'm just going to kind of lay everything out because I want to see where it's going to go first. So we're just going to position it like that, and we're going to arrange our flowers. I want the purplish one to come out the top like this. I want this one to come out the bottom like this, and you can see how that straight line now that we had naturally in the paper, because that flower was on the edge of the designer paper, how it just fits right there. I think this one I was going to try to have here, and my leaves, and you can see how that leaf also has a straight edge, so we're just going to tuck that under. And this can be, I don't know if we're going to use that. Maybe we will. I think I'll stick it right here. So now that I kind of have my layout, I'm going to lift this up, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those flowers down first, because there might be some that reach further in than where the dimensionals are, and I don't want to have to worry about that. So let's take and start curling. So we got our bone folder, and we're just going to give it a little bit of a curl. We're going to put some adhesive where it's going to meet in the middle. So I just stuck a little adhesive here, and it's going to go right there on our card. Same thing with this. We're going to give it a little bit of a curl. To give a curl to paper like this, you just take your finger or your thumb and the bone folder and kind of sandwich them together with the paper in between. And as you're pulling, you rotate. You rotate your hands, and that's how you get that look. When people do it fast, it's hard to see what they're really doing. But it's easy, it's simple. It's really not that hard. Okay, so those are going to go here, and I'm going to make sure that that's going to get covered up. Okay, and then the last one, I think I had it this way. Put a little adhesive and stick that one there. Okay, and I'm just going to lay this on top again to make sure it's covering it up. And it looks pretty good. All right, awesome. Let's do the same thing to the other side. I love it. You guys are telling me where you're from. Oh, thanks, Joanne. Joanne must be from Canada, because she put a little emoji in there of the Canadian flag. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, and then the last one. That's so much fun with the internet nowadays. You can reach people all over the world, unless they're sleeping. Okay, so there's a leaf, and now we'll just make sure everything looks good, and if it doesn't, we can peel these up. Okay, look, if I feel like this flower is too far down, I can peel it up and reposition it again. I don't think I thought it was too far down, but now that that one's down, I'm gonna move this one. There, now let's see if that works. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this across like this, and you know what would help? I'm gonna mention one other supply item, and that is grid paper. Grid paper would help, especially in this case, because you can take and you can see through vellum, so you can position it on your grid paper so it's got lines underneath it, and shift over, and then you can even count how many lines you have. And you can say, I'm gonna make sure it's smack dab in the middle, or I can position it up higher or lower, but you can use those lines as guides. So there we go. And now I know that it's straight. Yay! Thank you, grid paper. All right, the next one. This piece is going to go on the inside of our card. And because I'm going to do this one differently than the one I have finished, because I have another one that's finished with the same stuff, I'm going to leave that as is right now. And then I'm going to put, yeah, I'm thinking, I'm creating as I'm going here, you guys, because I'm making a okay, hang on. Let me just kind of look here. No, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to stick this right in the middle. Thank you for letting me think for a minute. Stick this right in the middle. And that piece is ready to go. And then this one's already diagonally cut. It's ready to go. All right, so now let's go ahead and put this together. The first thing that you want to use is tear and tape adhesive. So I'm going to zoom out. Tear and tape adhesive is a nice strong adhesive. You can lay it down. It's dry. It's not wet, which I prefer. It's neater and cleaner. Now, if I was going to put my pocket here in the card, I would want my tear and tape adhesive to be on the back side here, okay? But I'm actually going to arrange my pocket differently. I'm going to make my pocket go up and down on the card, so I want my tear and tape to go along here. And I'm going to bring it as close to the bottom edge as possible. I'm so excited about drawing winners from the YouTube video, you guys. I can't even tell you. I'm so excited. Okay, so that piece is going to go there, and it's going to go up like that. But then we also need to have some adhesive. If this is going to get stuck down here, we also have to have some adhesive behind it. So let's go ahead, and since we have this in here, we're going to peel this off. Oh, you know what I was going to do? Hang on, just back up. I first want to add this piece to the front. I'm going to do that right now. The vellum is covered by the flowers in a few places. That's where you want to put your adhesive. You don't want to put adhesive anywhere where there's going to be just vellum showing through, because then you'll see the adhesive through there, okay? If that makes sense. Just put it behind your objects that are on top of the vellum. Okay, so much easier to place these on here. Okay, and this one is going to actually go on the inside here. So flatten it out. There we go. Now, because this is a piece that's going to get pulled to open and shut, just like on here, we kind of open and shut it with this piece. We want to have strong adhesive behind it. So we're going to put tear and tape right along this diagonal on the upper side of the crease. So we'll grab this and stick it here. Have you guys seen this card before anywhere else? I would love to know if any of you are familiar with it. You can see I just put a little bit there. I didn't go all the way to the ends because this piece does not go all the way to the ends. Okay, and I also know that there's a little bit of vellum as my layer here, and I don't want the adhesive to peek out. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so then this is the corner that's going to get taped down. So I'm going to put adhesive up here just with some snail, okay? So now I've got adhesive here, We can peel the release paper off, and we can stick this down and have it centered. So much easier to do this piece, by the way, when the card is still flat. Okay, there, now it's on there. And then this piece is now going to get stuck up like that, okay? The triangular piece, well, we could put that on now too, I suppose. It's going to go here. Let's go ahead and do it now. Let's go ahead. Let's just do it now. And I think I want to show that purple side, so we're going to have, yeah, Rachel, you're just making all these last minute decisions. I like that purple side. There we go. Let's put that here. Okay, now peel off this and stick this down like that. There's our pocket, okay, and you can see, you can test it out, make sure it works with your gift card. But our pocket is going to hold our gift card right there, and you can see that there's still an area that we need to tape. So we're going to open it, put some tear and tape adhesive in here, like this. And you really only need it in these two spots. You can put it over the whole entire back area if you want to, but just need it where it's going to pull. Okay, so now that's going to go up to there, and you can flatten it all the way down. Now to flatten the card all the way down, this is the piece you're going to grab on the inside, and you just bring it over so that you can flatten it down, okay? Grab some rhinestones. Rhinestones are always fun. This is, I think this is like my 300th pack of rhinestones. I can't grab that one. Don't know why. Probably because I'm not wearing my glasses. But rhinestones are just my favorite. I don't know. I'm not sure how to explain it to you. Maybe it's just a Rachel thing, but I love rhinestones. I can't stand it. Okay, so we have 3. Odd numbers are awesome. When we open it up, we can put another rhinestone maybe right here. And you know, another last minute decision that I'm doing right now that I think will be good is I'm going to add a white piece of paper on the inside. I don't have that with me right now, but I will take photographs of one more layer of white and share that on my blog. Oh yeah, I'm going to share this on my blog. I want to mention that on, what is it, Saturday? This coming Saturday, October 19th, you can go to my website, stampyourartout.com, and you can see this card photographed, the measurements, the video that we're doing right now will be linked to it, and then you'll have photographs of the other cards that I'm sharing in this video too. So there is the finished card. Happy birthday. We'll stick our little gift card in there, like that. And here's another version. So let me put out all the versions. Whoops. Here's this one, right? You saw that one already. So this is another one that I did using the same paper, same technique. This is a little bit taller. This is our 7/8 inch height instead of 3/4 of an inch. But when you open it up, the pocket's down here instead. Okay, and it's a wedding card made with the same stamp set sentiments. Thank you, everyone. Just different papers that I used in it. Okay, so there's that one. You saw that one. And then here's another one that I did, a variation of Susan's. And I used the same papers, different stamp set. This is the one that goes with the plaid, wrapped in plaid suite, I think. Yes, open it up and there's my pocket on the upside instead of on the bottom. I kind of like it better there just because when you open a card, if you want to have a signature, typically it's here, and if the card is loose, you can see it's kind of loose. It doesn't fall out as much if it's going up and down in a pocket, right? I don't know. I just like that. So those are, let's spread them out so you can see them here. In fact, we'll open this one up, I think. I don't know. Does that help to get a kind of a picture of all of them? No, we'll just put them all flat down so you can see them. I'll hold them down with my hands because they definitely pop up. So I hope that that was fun for you guys. We have to draw for prizes. Again, we're gonna share this on my blog at stampyourartout.com this coming Saturday. If you liked any of the products that I shared, and you don't have your own demonstrator, or you're not a demonstrator yourself, I welcome you to shop through my online store, stampyourartout.com, and then you click on the shop buttons. There's a couple different areas where those are. All right, let's move that off the screen. I wanted to mention, oh, and if you have a long wish list, you guys, sometimes people they're not aware of this, but if you have a long wish list, let's say your wish list is over $100 worth of stuff, it's always best to get the awesome thing called the starter kit. The starter kit, it includes up to $125 worth of merchandise. You get free shipping with it. There are business supplies in it, but they are not charged. They're free business supplies. There's an extra paper pumpkin kit from the past in it. And so, I mean, just alone, up to $125 for only $99 is a deal, but the fact that there's free shipping on it and all those other extra add-ins, it's actually the best deal. So just look into it if you have not ever, because it's awesome. Okay, I wanted to mention that the supplies from these cards can be found in the holiday catalog, and that can either be found online itself, or you can shop in the online store for these products. The other card was made from products in the annual catalog. So we have two catalogs that are huge, that are big right now going on, and then there's another one called Experience Creativity. Okay, I'm gonna get my computer set up here because we want to draw for prizes, right? I have to click something out of here, hang on. All right, let me set this up. There we go. Okay. All right, this is where you're at right now, whether you know it or not. If you're watching live, you're on my Stamp Your Art Out with Rachel Facebook page. We're going to start here, and I'm going to show you, actually I'm just going to show you along the side here. So if you're on a laptop or a computer, you can find videos or past videos by clicking here. We have a live one going on right now, so that's going to be the one that's shown up here. And if I scroll down, you can see that these are all the videos that I've had before on Facebook, on my page. We're going to draw a winner from the Snowman Seasons Corner Twist card. All right, so let me copy. Oops, hang on. I clicked on it without having my fingers ready here. Oh, there we go. Copy link address. Okay, we're going to bring that into the comment picker and paste it right in here. Okay, you know what I have to do? I have to position my computer towards me because my hands are all twisted. Try that again, Rachel. Oh my goodness sakes. There it is. Copy link, go to comment picker, and place it in there. Now it's working. And how many comments do we have to pick from for our second Facebook winner? Because we drew a winner last week or 2 weeks ago when this was live. We have 218 people, so there's a 1 in 218th chance of winning. What was our prize from last week, Rachel? I haven't shared it yet. Okay, it is the Wink of Stella. Can you see that? Wink of Stella, which is like a metallic-y paintbrush. It puts on like this shimmer. It's awesome. And then the embossing folder called Country Floral. So that's what we're drawing for. Start. I have a feeling that this will not, when I click on this person's name, it won't go directly to them. Irene, so Irene, if you are watching, you'll want to make sure that you reach out to me because I'm going to click on your name. It's not going to go directly to you. Okay, so somewhere in that video, Irene commented. Thank you, Irene. And now we're going to go to YouTube. Because last week, or 2 weeks ago, when this video was going on, or when it was shared, I should say, we had 134 comments, at least when I last did a refresh. So we're going to go to comment picker, and we're going to put in that address. Get YouTube comments. How many people do we have to pick from? 64. Let's click start. So if you're watching from YouTube because you're not a part of Facebook, now's your little chance to say, hey, oh my gosh, if I comment, I'd get a chance at the prize too. Diana Bauer, congratulations to you. Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to move to our current video, and I'm going to refresh the screen. So go to my desktop for a minute here, Rachel. Okay, So we're gonna click over here. So Irene got this prize, right? I wanna make sure, yep, Irene got this prize. This is the Wink of Stella and the 3D embossing folder. And our YouTube winner, who was, sorry, already blanked on her name, Diana Bauer, gets a folder. And now we're going to set it up here so that I can grab, okay, I'm going to do a refresh now. You guys ready? I'm bringing you back to my screen. Oh my goodness, Rachel. I'm kind of off today because you know what I forgot to do, which is why I brought you to my desktop, is because I was going to show you the prize choices for the live video today. Back to the desktop. Okay, here they are, everyone. You can pick from tags, stamp set. You can pick from a packet of coffin boxes and some black satin ribbon. Or you can choose this fun little package thing here, which has some of those doilies in it that you saw on this card. There they are right there, the pearlized doilies. And isn't that cute? It's not the most expensive prize, but it's certainly the cutest packaged prize. I actually got it from Donna Griffith, and I'm passing it along because I already have a bunch of these doilies. So there you go, back to the computer. Da, 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 da. Let's do a refresh. I've probably lost all of you. You probably all tuned out. Okay. Rachel's too chit-chatty today. I need an assistant. All right, we're gonna grab the link for that and bring it to our comment picker again. Pop that link in there and click search. Who's gonna be our winner? And the winner, by the way, gets to choose from all three of those. So 112 of you commented while we were live today. Thank you so much. I'm clicking the start button. And I know that this will link to the person who won. So I'm gonna click on your name. Mary Jo Snyder. Yay! Congrats, Mary Jo. So she's going to get the choice of any of those items that are right there. Let me know, Mary Jo, what you think, okay? I don't think there's anything else I was gonna mention except for if you're watching me on YouTube, my kids watch YouTube all the time, so please subscribe to my Facebook page, subscribe to my blog, subscribe to my YouTube channel, smash that like button if you're watching on YouTube. That's what the younger generation people say. Anyways, and know that the links for the products that I used will be in the YouTube description or in my blog post that I post on the 19th. All right, thanks you guys. I'm gonna join you again next week. Next week is what day? The 23rd. So I have more things to share. I just have ideas coming out of my head. I'm already like 2 months out with ideas, you guys. It's crazy. All right, Mary Jo wants the doilies. Yay, I see your name pop up. Awesome, so we'll get those to you. Thanks, Mary Jo, and congrats. And thank you all for joining me. And I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye.